Hello, Adventures with your man Zero here, your favorite hero. Guys, in this one, we're going to be going over a post by NTE. So this is Neverness to Everness. I don't know if you've heard about this game, but do definitely check it out. It is going into beta right now for the final beta before release. It's supposed to be releasing later this year. So do get your chance and get in there on the beta. I applied with 2 different email addresses. Hopefully I get it. That said, they released and made a post about the differences in the changes they made visually between the beta previous and the beta that's coming up. And it looks phenomenal. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to go over play it fully for you guys first, so that way you can actually see it and we can kind of like take a look at it and understand what's going on, and then we'll be going through it. And I'm just going to make some points and highlights that I notice, and some commentary that I think it can add a little bit more context into the differences that we are seeing. So let's hop in here and hit play and watch that video together. So it is by Hoto Studios, which is the same company that made Tower Fantasy. So they do have a lot of experience within this genre, and this is kind of going to have some multiplayer aspects to it as well. All right, so now that we watched it once, let's actually go in here and kind of go through it again. And I'm just going to pause at a specific scenes, like pretty much when there's like the transition going on, so we can actually do some comments on it. And I think they're going to be pretty useful. So here we have our, like, looks like we are going to be able to ride different transportation within the game. So here we actually have a train or a monorail that we can ride, and you can see the beautiful background. But then that difference between what we had in the initial beta versus what we have in the future, oh man, that is a big difference. So you can tell there's a lot more life going on in the actual buildings themselves. They look more populated, and we even have more assets in the actual water itself. So the water doesn't look like it's kind of like just a dull layer. Like, it actually looks like some things are going on. So that's a good improvement. I really like it, guys. Okay, now let's go see in the next one here. And this one is a cityscape. So this is just like an alley pretty much, and you can see the differences right there. First, there is differences in upgrades to the sprite itself. You can actually see the difference in quality on the actual sprite. That said, you can see the difference in depth in the road and as well as in the walls. Here on the left side, you can see like kind of metallic building, right? And then they actually converted like a darker kind of tone, and they're actually adding way more assets. This is actually phenomenal. There is way more depth into these environments, and they make you, there's going to be some immersion that's going to happen with these assets. And this is just like a beautiful Central Park scene, and it looks really good, and it actually converts to something that I think is phenomenally better. The amount of lush greenery going from grass to like flower beds gives it a nice pop of color that it really needs. And this game does have racing and car driving, so it's kind of Need for Speed-esque in that sense, where you're actually going to be able to buy a car and actually do errands. So when you're done taking your public transportation, maybe you can get a vehicle and actually use that to get around. And this game is going to be more urban styled, and it's more on the paranormal side versus some of the other anime style adventure games that we've seen in the past, which are more like fantasy based. So this is more kind of modernized in terms of time, but you can tell the lighting in here is actually phenomenally better. So the amount of color depth and vibrancy is massive. And this is our MC. This is the actual MC design before, and this is the MC style after. They have done an amazing job making that character pop more in the scene. I love it. I like the short hair too. So this is the female MC. We do have the choice between choosing the male or female. And it looks like the background in here is actually with the changes. So they're just showing the sprite in this case, because the water effects are basically really good on both. But that reflection of the scene above is huge. So hopefully our computers and our phones, this game is going to be a phone also, and I doubt we're going to be getting this quality on our phones, but amazing. I don't know what engine they're going to be using, but I like it. I think they're really blowing it out of the water Not sure if this is going to be a game killer to anything else, but maybe it'll just stand by itself, which would be really nice. And here you can actually see that like that shot out depth of field. It is really nice. So you can see there's way less haze. There's better color on the trees. There's better color on the variants in terms of the roads, and these are actually areas you can go and explore. This is open world. You can actually go into every one of those alleys and actually see what's going on in there. There's going to be a lot of urban exploration going on within this game. And really, guys, that's it for this video. I'm looking forward to the game, and hopefully you guys are too. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, adventurers. Be well.